Okay. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Sophie Andrell. I've been had the pleasure of being asked to speak with you all today about Meta Business Suite. It's a big topic, just like so many things are on digital marketing. But I think I've pulled up the high levels that will help you. And we have about an hour together, so I will make sure that we spend that hour wisely. Okay. So, and these PowerPoints are available to you as well. So thank you again very much for having me here today. So maximizing your business with Meta Business Suite. I'd like to give you an introduction to what is it, and then how to create a schedule and posting and stories and reels and ads using Meta Business Suite. And then we're going to talk about best practices on those posts, stories, reels, and ads on Meta using Meta Business Suite to help you. Best social media customer service practices. Again, using Meta Suite. This part is something that I find many people aren't aware of, but when they find out about it for their business, it becomes a game changer. So I look forward to sharing that with you. And then understanding and utilizing the analytics that Meta Business Suite shares, gives availability to you. And then best social selling practices on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so thank you again. Let's get started. So, what is Meta Business Suite? It's a comprehensive platform for managing Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. So that's something you probably didn't think I was going to say. So you can, from one platform, manage Facebook and Instagram and any of the messages you get on either of those platforms, but also any of the comments you get on either of those platforms. So it's very powerful. So now all of a sudden in one place, it's replacing, if all you're going to ever have in your social media platforms, if you're only going to have Facebook and Instagram, or even just Facebook, or even just Instagram, those two are the only two you're going to have, or one or the other. You do not need something like Hootsuite or Buffer or any of those other platforms or Sprout Social that were the only way in the past to future post or to see what the competitors are doing or to look at your analytics. You get to see it all in one place with Meta Business Suite. It's pretty spectacular. Plus, this messenger I speak of, if you're on Facebook, you'll know that there's a messenger for your personal messages back and forth to other friends that are on Facebook. But on your business page, people can message your business page, right? Well, what happens here is that there is a messenger tool that very much behaves like a CRM tool, a customer relationship management tool. And this messenger tool through Meta Business Suite that I'll show you uh, documents in a list every single person that's ever sent a message. And then what you're able to do is assign that message to someone on your team to indicate, please handle this answering this message. You can also, if you want, fill in information about that person. You might know their phone number, you might know past history about that person. So this is where it becomes a customer relationship management tool. So you're able to, if they contact again through Messenger, it comes up with previous information. It comes up with their profile. I love before I answer on Messenger, going to their profile to see who they are. So it's very powerful. So and it's pretty cool. So I'll be showing you that as well. What else can I share with you on Messenger at a high level? Oh, comments. I've mentioned that too. So in this one location on Meta Business Suite, where it talks to you about where there's a link that'll show you and you're able to go to it, see any messages that were sent. You're also able to click on Facebook and look at all the comments that came in on your Facebook page and answer them. What? Isn't that amazing? And so then you can also assign those comments. So that's very powerful. Again, becomes a really powerful customer relationship tool. You can also see any of the comments that came in for on Instagram and answer them right from your Meta Business Suite. You don't have to go into Instagram and answer them. You're not going to miss anything because it's all in one place. I absolutely love it. The customers that I have that utilize it, they end up saying you're able to say that it once it's finished being replied to, you're able to clear that column. So they use it like a very powerful tool because they don't want to miss anything. Each one of those comments, not just messages, each comment that's made on your Facebook page, for example, each comment on a post that you make, people are commenting. Each comment could be a new relationship for you. It could be a new client. It could be someone that needs your help. So it becomes very important. That's why this Meta Business Suite was very smart in bringing everything together like that. So it's designed to save time and streamline all your social media management. So, of course, also in one place, you have your not your Google Analytics, your analytics for Facebook and Instagram all in one place. It'll also show you the type of people that follow you on Facebook and Instagram, and it shows you what your potential is. So even though you may have 200 people on Instagram and 1,000 people on Facebook, it shows you that in your current area, there's actually 10,000 people that you have a possibility of getting to. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay, so we have how do you get to it? So what you do first is you sign into your Facebook profile. So as a normal human like myself, guess I'm normal, you have your own Facebook profile. And when you're signed into your Facebook human profile, you go over to the top right corner of Facebook and you'll see this little arrow that's next to your profile. So this is my profile photo, my human self, and there's the little arrow. When you click on that little arrow, what happens is a drop down of any of the business pages that you manage. So in my case, about 20 show up. But in your case, maybe there's just the one, which is fine, or a couple. So you choose then which business page you'd like to uh, work on. Okay, so or switch to. They use the terminology of switch to. So one, you log in as yourself. Two, you click on the arrow underneath. I'm assuming at this point you've created your business page. If you haven't, this is how you would create it, but that's not what today is about, where you would create it, let's say. Then you choose the business page you'd like to work on. You switch to it and there's actually a location called switch that I'll show you in a second. And then at that point, you actually switch to the Meta Business Suite. So there's 5 simple steps once you do them. If you don't do the bottom switch to switch to it, you won't be able to find all these cool things that I'm sharing with you that you can do in the Meta Business Suite around the future posting, around the planning, and around your customer relationship management. That's why I like you to switch over to the business tool itself. So here's one where I'm just showing you, there's the little arrow on the top right corner. And then you can then it'll show you the profiles that are under you that you manage, and then you just click on the profile you'd like to switch to. So you can see there's like this little arrow thing, and you switch to it. Okay, and then once you've switched to it, this is one of my clients, switch over to your Meta Business Suite. You switched over to it. Then what I want you to do is actually down here, it'll say switch into knock on woods to take more action. So you want to switch into it. I like to click on the Meta Business Suite. So that's where it is. That's where I mean. You can if you just worked at On this page, you can definitely send a message as knock on wood. But if you want to get all of the power of the Meta Business Suite, you need to click on this, which is a link, and it'll take you to the Meta Business Suite tools that I'm about to show you. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so now um, when you get to the Meta Business Suite, when you switched over, you'll find some people end up on different pages. That's normal in Facebook. When I'm doing a workshop, I'll notice that few people have landing pages that are different than others. It's very different. Also depends on which type of device you've signed in on, whether it's a tablet or a laptop or your cell phone. But I'd like you to click on All Tools when you get to that. So click on All Tools, and then you're going to see the magic. So like I said, at this point, if you did nothing and you just wanted to create a post, because you've now switched over to this business page, this is SRS Home Improvements, and you're able to create a post from here if you don't want to get into your CRM, if you don't want to get into all the power of the Meta Business Suite, you just want to create a quick post, you can definitely do it from here. You can create a reel from here. You can create a story from here, or you can go live. So again, those are other conversations that we can have one day, but going live is one of the most powerful ways to get engagement. If you would have like a structured, I go live every Thursday to share something or interview someone, very powerful. You would do that from here, and I would test it out before you do it. So that's still powerful when you're on this page. And many of the people I work with have just been on this page. When they go into their business page, they know how to switch over to it. They know how to create a post from here. But where I'm going to take you to now is the All Tools, where you're able to do future posts. You're able to do some really cool things. So let's go there. So here it is. I've clicked on this, and I've clicked on All Tools. And here are all the things you can do with the Meta Business Suite. And so it's pretty cool. There's engaging tools, there's advertising tools, there's management tools, analyzing and reports, and selling products. This one is a little deceiving, the selling products. I was going to present it, but then you have to have over 10,000 followers or likes to use that. So I decided instead to show you a different way to sell on Facebook and Instagram. It's called Facebook Shops. I have a link to it for you because that one we can all do right away. So if I take a step back and I think, what should you do if you're going to do one thing on Meta Business Suite? The planner. I find the planner the most important thing on Meta Business Suite. From there, you can do so many things. I'm going to show you now. But from there, you're able to look at all your past. It'll come up like a calendar, and you can see all your past posts. If you've future scheduled any, you can see all of those as well. So it's a calendar of everything you've done and everything that you've already scheduled to do. So, and what I mean by everything you've done and everything you've scheduled to do, I mean like posts or reels or stories. Everything is there. Why I like that is I can go on and I can see, okay, I've created these kind of posts. And of course, you have created a strategy for yourself. And in your strategy, you wanted to have posts about your team, posts about your product, posts to remind people to sign up for your services or buy something. And you realize, "Oh, I haven't talked about my team at all." You can see that from this planner. I absolutely love that. You can also, when you're looking at your planner, it'll show you how many likes each of the posts have had. So all in one place, you're able to see which of your posts had the most engagement. And if you recall, engagement is how you become authentic in the eyes of your target audience, because they see others have liked and engaged with your posts. So they're 90% more likely to trust you, and you get more reach because of that engagement. So you want to do more posts like that. So best practice 101 on posts is to look at posts you've already done and see which posts have the most likes on it. And you can see that right here in the planner. And then know that I'm going to do more posts like that, not that same post. Once you start repeating posts over and over again, um, Facebook decreases the likelihood of that post being distributed because it doesn't like just repetitive. It wants to see that you've put in a fresh image or a fresh video or a live and fresh text. It's not looking for repetitiveness, but what you're looking at is the kind of post that did well. Okay, so this is what we're looking at is the planner. So after that, I'll be coming back and sharing with you the second element. And there are a few of them, but the other one I mentioned to you, which is like the CRM, the customer relationship management tool, where you can see all the messages that were sent to you, and you can see all of the comments is under inbox. If there was to be a shortcut on Planner with the two elements that you want to work at, the two features, it would be Planner for all your posts, and it would be inbox for all of the messages you've received and those and the comments for each post. So you're able to go to one place and engage with your target audience. Woohoo! So I absolutely love that. Okay, so let's look at what you see here. So what you'll learn for what I'm about to do, you're going to learn how to schedule and create posts, create custom and targeted. You're going to look at, we're going to show you how to create ads, in this case, boost posts. And I'm going to try and share the entire way how to make your posts engaging so that you get of your uh, more of your key key CPIs happening, more of your results that you want happening. So if you look back and you think, why am I on Facebook? Why am I on Instagram? What are the actions I want people to take? That's why you're looking at your results to see which of your posts are giving you those actions, right? Okay, so here is the planner. So when you've clicked on this thing right here that looks like the planner, this is what comes up. It's a calendar, very simple. We're all familiar with calendars from our calendars that you use at work, at home. And so I love these calendars. So it comes up. What you can see here is that day that I posted this. I think what might have been, I created this maybe on the 23rd of May. And you can see that there are posts in the future that haven't happened yet. That's not true. These all happen because these all have likes on them. So these are all posts that that have already happened. So I went into my planner. You can go backwards or forwards in your planner. You can check out a month. You can look at different dates. So you can go. What I like to do is when I'm about to do my posts for the week, I look at last week's posts to see which ones had the most likes. Oh, this one did here, 30 likes compared to the rest of them. And I happen to know that was a video of someone we had permission of, who was a client that came into this shoe store, who had been waiting for these boots for a very long time. And she was so thrilled that they had a video of her seeing her boots for the first time and going over to them. And it was just very cute. And people loved that that post. So that went over very well. And if you recall, I've always said posts with real humans in it do so much better. And you can see that here because it's the only one that had so many likes to it. The rest of them were all product posts. So in this case, again, so what you want to do is see posts. You can, and if they had any Instagram, this particular client only uses Facebook. Why do you think? Because their target market happens to be women over 50. So they only use Facebook. you'll see another one that I'm going to put up in a second that uses Facebook and Instagram. We'll go to that in a moment. And you can see that on the planner, you see a little F for those that are Facebook posts and the Instagram logo if they are Instagram posts. So you can see past statistics, you can see the likes, the comments, and the number of shares. You can create, now that you've come here, you can create at this point, you can create a post. If you click on the down arrow, it lets you create a reel, a story, or a post, or create an ad. So you can create your ad right from here. So you don't have to go into Ad Planner and get lost in the back end. Right from here, right from the planner, you can create both. What I like to do is look to see which of my posts in the past did well, which are timeless posts, perhaps talking about one of your programs or a product that someone loved, or somebody that came in and loves your store or your services, and you're able to click on that and boost that post right from here. And that works out well. One of the best practices is to look to see which posts have done well in the past, as I said, and do something similar. So you can look at this and say, okay, this did really well. Do I have anything? I got to spread the word with my team that if someone comes in and you're in a location that you're able to video them enjoying or interacting like this person did, to encourage them to take that video, right? Otherwise, the moment is lost. If it's something that you're thinking, okay, I had 30 people see that, I wouldn't mind more people seeing it. You're not rewriting the same post. All you're doing is clicking on it and boosting that post. You're allowed to do that, and that does not that doesn't, Facebook will boost it. They'll take your money, and it's just $1 a day is the minimum that you can spend on Facebook for boosting or ads, and it's a fabulous way to increase the reach. And I'm going to be showing you how you do that in a second as well. So you can also at this point schedule your future posts. So there's just so much you can do right from here. That's why I was saying if you do one thing and you go to one place on the um, Facebook or Instagram Meta Business Suite, this is where you want to go. So again, if you clicked on your create post, you're able to, at this point, it'll come up with the window that'll show you in a second, and you would decide what video or image am I putting in this? What's going to be captivating? What's bright and will get people's attention? What am I saying in that post? So you need to know these things before you even come to this page. What am I saying? And as you know, as past presentations that we did, what you need to talk about is something that's engaging, something that maybe ask a question so they'll answer questions. So you're getting more engagement. And then you're going to decide, do I want to post it now? Some people might have brain, visions in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. Well, that's not when you want to post because your target audience probably isn't up at 2 a.m. Some people find that they are posting towards the end of the day, or they have they have something scheduled for themselves, that they have it in their own calendar that they want to do their posts, work on social media towards the end of the day, and you're going to do 3 or 4 posts then. Well, you don't want to do them then and rifle them all out. You want to spread them over the following week or that next couple of days. So that's where you're able to future post. So you use that schedule. I do that all the time for my clients. We talk about what is the theme this week. So in this case, this client, their theme this week is Birkenstocks. So you think of what are the theme this week. Do we have staff that can wear Birkenstocks, that can wear them and we can use their photos? People love that. Do we have knowledge about Birkenstock that we can put out there? Birkenstock sandals. Do we have clients that are waiting for Birkenstocks? They come in and they're excited about them. And then product photos of Birks you want to put out there. So you want to think of, okay, so that's the schedule, kind of like the flow I'll have this week. And then next week, what do we do? This one, a couple weeks ago, we did all about summer parties, weddings, and grad parties. So that was very interesting. So you want to think of what is the flow that you want, and then you're able to future schedule. You're able to look at past posts to see if you've missed anything. Okay? So it makes it very powerful. You are strategic just by looking at the planner. Okay. So once I click on create post here, that's all I've done. I've clicked on create post. Again, if I was in a client who had both Facebook and Instagram, as I will show you in a moment, both their Facebook logo and their Instagram logo will come up. Perfect. So here you need to decide if you want to post to Facebook or Instagram or both. So you can post to both. And then what you'll see are those that you are posting to both. It'll give you, and I'll show you that coming up slide, that'll let you see what it looks like on Facebook, and you can change the words on Facebook and let you see what it looks like on Instagram and tag appropriately, or let you see what it looks on Instagram. And I'll show you that in a second. But what this one I wanted to share with you is just look and see. Can I move that? Yes. Look and see, decide what text you want to post. This is where the text goes. What video or post photos do you want to post? So in both those cases, when you click on that, it's going to go to your desktop and you choose the photo or video you'd like to post. So if you'd like it to post now, once you finish putting all this information in, it's going to, this will come up and you can publish now. Or you could finish later. It's like having a draft email. Or you can schedule into the future. If you click on this, a little calendar comes up. Again, that's really powerful because then you can go back to your planner and see what you have going on that week. Do you have enough posts that make sense? Do you have an event coming up? Have you told people enough about the event that they'll be excited about it? And have you remembered to put in register now for the event? So there's, for an event, I always say you need to start almost 3 months ahead of time doing the save the date. And then the following week, letting them know a little bit about the speaker. The following week, let them know about the content. And then let them know, click here to register. And then as 2 months before, you're doing more about the event and then register. And then the month before, you're getting close and you're talking about register. Here's the information about the event. So you've given them time to you can look at your planner and make sure that you've done that coming up to the event. And so then you're able to schedule into the future if you want. And then at this point, you can also create an ad for that post. So it's not really creating an ad on the post. I like these better than ads. It's taking a post and boosting them. So at this point, you can click on boost. And what that's going to do, it's going to come up with how much do you want to spend? Who is your target audience? Where do you want this uh, to show up? And I said how much you want to spend and over what time. That's what I meant to say. And I'm going to show you all those in a second. You may say, but I posted it. Why would I want to boost it? Because what they say is your post will only be seen without any engagement, it's only going to be seen by 3% of those people who like your page or follow your page. So knowing this is something that you really want people to see, spend a couple dollars, a dollar a day for a couple of days, or $5 over 5 days, and have it go out to many more people. And that way they're able to see your post and it's not lost. So we'll show you some of those. Okay, so the next slide, I'm just pretending I clicked on add photo, or in this case, it was add video. So it goes to my desktop and I click on the video I want to add. If it was photos, I would click down here. So I'm clicking on this video. So it uploads it to Facebook. and it's uploading over here. When you upload a video, it does take a while. It turns and turns and turns, and then eventually it's uploaded. So as you can see here, it says 94%. So it's uploading the video. And then if you want to, in this case, this is a client who has both Instagram and Facebook. So you can see both logos there. And so what I like to do, if I have it on Facebook and Instagram, first of all, you create your Facebook page and you create an Instagram page, an account. Your Instagram account has to be converted to a business account. So if you happen to have a Facebook page, awesome, and you got an Instagram account and they're not connecting, what's going on? It could be because you forgot to convert your Instagram to an Instagram business account. So you've, maybe started it. The default happens to be a human account on Instagram. So convert it to business, and then it will, then you tell it you have a Facebook business page, or you tell Facebook you have an Instagram business account, and you connect the two. So that works. That's how you have to do that first. So then you're going to say, then what I like to do is click on this, which is customize post for Facebook and customize it for Instagram. Why is that? Because the language you use on Facebook and how you tag on Facebook is different than the language and hashtags that you use on Instagram and how you tag. So this one right now, I'm on Facebook, for example. I've said customize, and I'm looking at what the Facebook post is going to look like. So I've said whatever I said, and then I said through, and I've used at FedDev Ontario. So that is not correct for Facebook, if you know. So what happens is it brings up the at and what you are trying to tag, and it brings up the correct account. And you just click it. And then once I click it, this will turn into a real link back to the Facebook account. So let me just say that again. So when you are tagging on Instagram, it's different than when you are tagging on Facebook. And why do you tag? So what happens is when you post, you might have some giants and influencers. You think, I'd like them to know that I've posted this photo or video. Well, they're not going to be sitting around just seeing if I post. So you need to tag them. So if it's appropriate, you use it in the sentence. If it's not, you might add a sentence saying, we hope that you might share this post, and then you might add their handles to it. So on Facebook, the way you do that is you type in the word, the at symbol, and then you start typing in the name that they have on Facebook. And then what you'll see is this comes up. And this, you can see it shows that it's Facebook, and it comes up. That's their actual Facebook name and account. So you click on that, it's highlighted. And then when you share, they will get a notification. If people come to this post, they click on it, they'll go there. So that's really best practices. So then you're going to click on the Instagram logo here, and that'll take you to what your Instagram post looks like. So at that case, you're going to put in the handle for your, you're going to put in the handle for this same account. So on Instagram, you're just using the actual handle at FedDev Ontario is their handle. That's what you put on there for Instagram. But using that handle on Facebook does nothing. It won't work. That's why you have to tag differently. So I suggest you just play with it. Pick two influencers or one influencer that has a Facebook account and an Instagram account, and just make sure you know what they are ahead of time. How do they, what is their type, what is their company name on Facebook? So you can do at and type in their company name, and then they'll come up and you click on it. Then you go over to Instagram, and you need to know their handle. You put at in their handle, and then you have then you've tagged someone. It's worthwhile to slow down and tag appropriately. It's worthwhile to do that because influencers is another way that you grow. So one way that you grow, of course, is by having people engage with your posts. As soon as they like it, all their friends see that they've liked it. If they comment, all their friends see that they've commented. So you want engagement. The other way that you grow is by influencers, people that have a larger number of followers than you, but the type of followers you would love. So another way to grow is by tagging an influencer, tagging them correctly. You tag them, don't spam them by tagging every hour or tagging even daily. Just take a step back and think, okay, what appropriate? When should I tag this person? And then maybe once a week you're tagging them, maybe once a month. Just don't do it any more than that because they'll be frowned upon. When can you tag more? I think you can tag more. I know you can tag more if you happen to be going to their event and they are looking for content to post out there. They want to know people are coming to their event. So event buzz, you could probably tag more. When you're at an event, you can definitely tag more while you're at the event. But just your daily posts where it's not their event that you're going to, you just know it's content that they might find valuable. That's when you don't want to spam them. So this is a fabulous tool which allows you to, from one place, create the post for both Facebook and then see what it's going to look like on Instagram. Change the words if you want. I like to have very few hashtags on Facebook or none because Facebook's not driven by hashtags. And I like to have no more than 3 hashtags on Instagram. Those are all best practices. So then once you have uploaded the video, you've tested it both on your text on both Facebook and on Instagram, then you want to look for a thumbnail. Which of the photos within the video which represents that video best? So this again happens to be a video that I've uploaded. If it was a photo, it would just be the photo that you upload. But if it was a video as it is in this case, you see thumbnail here, it will suggest one for you, but I like to choose my own frame. So click on choose frame. And then when you click on choose frame, this comes up and you're able to put this little line across and see which of the frames you'd like as your thumbnail. So I like to put something up that it might be more engaging and cause more engagement. So for the videos, choose a thumbnail. And then that thumbnail, then you click on use thumbnail. It will be used on both platforms, both accounts that you're sending it to. Okay, so what we have here, now I'm on the Instagram one. So this one showed you the Facebook. I put in the words for Facebook. I tagged FedDev accordingly. On this one, I'm now on the Instagram one. And I've looked here and I put at FedDev and it comes up with the Facebook account. Sorry, it comes up with the Instagram account for Facebook. Then here, I'm going to put in, like I said, no more than 3 hashtags. So I start typing the hashtags and it comes up with which hashtags it thinks I want. So again, there, it's pretty cool, right? So it's very powerful where you can go into one tool and post to both. So again, here, while I'm saying is you could on your text ask AI to help you. So what you would do is you go to AI, and we had AI sessions earlier, and simply go to AI and say, this is the post I'm thinking of putting up for these reasons. These are the actions I'd like. Can you please help me make it more exciting? And then it will make your post more exciting. Then you just need to look at it and make sure it does sound like you still and then cut and paste it and put it into here. So first for the text, I would ask AI for some help. Make sure your keywords are in the text. Why is that important? Because Google actually will search your posts. They're Google friendly. So if you don't have keywords, you're wasting an opportunity to let Google know what you're about. So that's really important, especially if you have a link back to your website, then there's a website page that talks about certain things. You want to make sure you have those keywords in your text. So that's critical. And after a while, this will become second nature. Create enthusiasm, be excited about what you're posting, and look at it, oh, my bored, I'm boring myself with my posts, or they're exciting. And put a call to action. What do you want people to do when they see this post? Share it, like it, is it comment on if they would come to this event, or are they, what did they like about last year's event? Create some questions, and then create a Facebook tag, create a Facebook one as I showed you here. You're creating a Facebook one and tag appropriately on Facebook, and then create an Instagram one, tag on Instagram appropriately, and then add your hashtags. Okay, so you could have a whole, spend a couple hours to understand what your hashtags are for your business. And then, so once I've said next here, down here, sorry, where is it? Down here, down here. Once I said next, then it's going to, don't worry, it's not going to go live yet. It's going to ask you if you want to share now, which you could, or if you want to schedule or save as draft. So the scheduling, what I like about this is especially when you've done the custom post to both Facebook and Instagram, you're able to decide if you want to share at a different time on Facebook than you want to share on Instagram. So I always share earlier on Facebook, and I always share mid morning or mid afternoon on Instagram. I find that there's different type of audience, as you know, people over 50 on Facebook, people under 35 on Instagram. So I find I have different times. Or you can click on this, which is really cool. Once you have enough posts, you can click on this and it shows you the active times on both. Sometimes it's 8 o'clock at night. So if you could take their advice and post on the active times that they suggest. Sometimes they'll say, well, don't post anything today, post tomorrow. So if it's appropriate, you might take that into account. So then you can click on schedule and you're done. So I know that I just wanted to make sure I've given you enough information so you can, even if you're using this as a video, you can click on stop and go to the next step. Okay, so here's just in recap, creating a post and scheduling. It's everything I just showed you, I talked to you about. Create post. If you haven't, you want to connect your Facebook and Instagram accounts, and you want to make sure that your Instagram account is business. I haven't written that there, but that's important. Select the type of post you'd like. Is it a photo? Is it a video? If you're going to put in a link, and the links you need to know are only for Facebook, right? On Instagram, it's photo or video driven. On Instagram, you often say link in bio. So that's something you'll see in Instagram. But if you are putting a link on Facebook, what you need to know, as soon as you put the link, it grabs a photo from the uh, website you're sending it to. That's what a link is. It's a link to a website. What you'd like to do before you put in the link, put in the photo that you want them to see, and then put in the link. Why is that? Because that way you have a vibrant photo versus a little thumbnail from the website. Just a little trick I've learned along the way. Okay, so fill out the descriptions, call to action, schedules, and all these things I shared with you. Okay, so what I wanted to also share with you, this isn't, when you're on the planner up here, you can see both of these. But if you want to see it in more detail, you can go to, again, you're on all tools on Meta Business Suite. You can go to posts and reels and see published, see future, see drafts. And you're able to go in and see all of these different posts if you want. From this vantage point too, you might decide you want to boost this on Instagram. So you can boost it here on Instagram. So I'm going to share with you how to do that. But again, that might be overkill. I don't want to, get you to a point, well, why would I go there? You may not need to. You could just stay on Planner. Okay. So how do you boost? So this is something that I believe is worthwhile for every business, no matter what size, to learn how to boost a post. So what you want to do is here, for example, if I click on this, which is I want to boost that post because not everyone saw it and this event's coming up in 2 weeks, I'd like to boost it. So you click on this and it's telling you, okay, so what would you like your goals to be from this ad? They're calling boost an ad. What would you like your goals to be? And then it's going to, so you may saw this one, let Facebook select the most relevant goal based on my settings, or you can click on it and your goal could be more website visits. It could be more messages, messenger, more messages. It could be distribution of the post. So you got to decide. And then what you're able to do is put in buttons. So you can say send message. So this one, as you can see, this button will show up on the post where people send messages to the Facebook account or to the Instagram account. That's cool. Or you can have no button, book now. So if this is an event, you may want them to book now. Learn more. I find learn more is uh, people like that because they don't feel like they're buying something. They're not being roped in. So learn more is not bad. Shop now. You would have that going to your website perhaps, or the shop that I'll show you. Sign up, get directions, send what's up messages. So you need to decide what is this ad about? What are your goals and what do you want them to do? What's the call to action? And they put that right there for you. Pretty cool, right? So these are things you want to think of. And these are when you are about to create that ad, the next thing it's going to ask you is choose your target audience and what's your budget and timeline for this ad. So let's take a look. So what I've done here is I've looked at the results of an ad of a boost post that we did for one of my clients. So you can also, after the post has been boosted and it's complete, you can go in and view results. So in this case, we had 59,000 reach, 4,000 of engagement on this post. It was extraordinary. We spent $1,500 because it was for a big event that they had, and it was extremely successful. The return on this investment was huge. So that's why I just wanted to share it with you, and they gave me their permission. So, so reaching the budget depends on you. I mean, really depends on your budget, but it's such an effective tool. Cost per engagement here was 18 cents. So it was well worth it for them. So again, what you're going to do is you're going through, you're going to decide on your button, and then you scroll down and it says audience. Who do you want this audience to be? So you're able to create a temporary audience or have preset audiences, but you can say the age and the city you want your post to go to. So the age and the city. Don't say all of Canada and to everyone because that's not logical. So you want it to go to a specific area and a specific city. It works out really well. And then what you want to do is the duration of the post. Do you want this post to last for 7 days? In that case, $1 a day is the minimum you can do. As you can see, in this case, I'm going to go for $2 a day. And it's showing that I am going to estimate, I'm going to see with this boosted post for $14 and about 500 to 1,400 accounts a day. Doesn't account for reach and doesn't account for engagement. So that's pretty powerful. So, and where do you want this boosted post to go? So do you want it to go to Facebook, Instagram, Messenger? Where do you want it to go? I don't like it going to Messenger because I feel like I'm spamming them. So I always unclick Messenger, but you can do Facebook and Instagram even if you don't have an Instagram account. So that's pretty cool, right? So it ends up on their feed and they see it. So that's really cool. So this is what I wanted to show you. And scheduling, of course, this is showing that I have posts that are coming up. That's why I've got no likes on them yet. So this shows you an account that I've been working with that I only post 3 times a week. So it shows you what's coming up into the future. So pretty cool. So Now I'm into customer relationships. So this is the second thing that if you could do anything on Meta Business Suite, you would do the planner, you would boost posts. So I'm hoping you have enough information and confidence to do both of those. That'd be cool. Of course, if you're going to boost, it's going to want to know who to charge. So at that point, you have to put your credit card in it. So up until then, you don't have to put your credit card in, but as soon as you boost the first time, it's going to ask for your credit card. So now what's going on is I've gone to this thing that looks like a talking bubble. That is the customer relationship part. And what you can see up here, I've got all messages, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, which is new, Facebook comments, and Instagram comments. It's amazing. So this is somebody that sent a message. So what you'll see is they have a profile over here. If you click on it, I can add information about them. So it becomes your customer relationship database if you want. I can indicate that I want one of my team members who are also admin to this Facebook account to follow up with them. I can create labels that this is a new client, follow-up client, mad client. So they don't see the label you put them under. So you're able to put notes over here about this information about this client. Pretty cool, right? I love that. And then you're able to answer them whichever way you like, and there's a running total tally of it. Here you can see it says unread, or I can add them to a label. Pretty powerful. And again, a lot of this one client that I work with use this all the time. That's the one that has clients over 50. So understanding utilizing analytics next. Learn how to, the analytics just help you get better and better. So this is when you're going into the side here, which one do you think is the analytics? This one, the one that looks like bar graphs. So you can go into your analytics and it just shows you which which reach, how your reach is going. Overview for the last, what is this? Usually for the last 30 days, but you can go and change it to the last 90 days, to the last year. In this case, I've clicked on it and this tells me how this one particular post did. This one particular post did really well for us on this account. They did really well. So what you can see here, we had 14 likes and 10 shares. 10 shares, that's awesome because you don't know if one of these people have 2 million followers. So 10 shares is awesome. And it's so that works really well. And if you look at this, it's a takeover part 2. All cookie proceeds after 1:30 will go to the Youth Council fundraiser. People love it when you're helping someone else in a local community, which is why this had 10 shares. It did really, really well. So I was so happy to see them doing this. So, and they have an authentic photo and they have a bit of a flyer. So they did both in this. So it did really well, and it shows that the reach was 2,000, so it's higher than normal. So that worked out really well for them. So this shows you if you click on. So again, I'm in the little I'm in Insights. I'm in the little bar graph here. And what you can do is just go to overview if you wanted to go anywhere, and you can see, you can go up here first and see what do I want to look for the last 28 days, the last 90 days, the last year. You can change the dates. And then I can look here and I can say, okay, the reach for the last 28 days went up 200%. That's awesome. And it'll show you, what's going on, how many people looked at the videos, and you're able to see then top content, the top 5 pieces of content that people viewed. So it's very insightful. Again, I like to look at this once a week and say, remind me, what's done well last week and do more of that. So that's really important. So overview is probably more than enough. So again, I would go to planner, which is this one. I would go to your little bubble to make sure you're responding to all the comments and all the messages, or assigning them if you want to assign them. And then this one, I would just go to overview and make sure that you're on top of your game. And I want to make sure that those arrows are always going up. Okay. I could look at individual reels, individual photos, videos, and so forth, but I kind of look at the overview. The other thing that's under here, which is really cool, is your audience. So audience is very interesting because it tells you who currently on Facebook and on Instagram are following. If this account had both Facebook and Instagram, it would show you both and you would click on either and you would see who's following you on either, which is really cool. But then what's really neat is you click on potential and you tell it a few things, that your audience is only in London, Ontario, or how old they are, and it tells you how many people you could actually get to. So it's very powerful, this one. Gives you a lot of insight. So here it's audience, and it's showing me it's an account that has both Facebook and Instagram. And it shows me how old people are and what locations they're in. So that's very insightful. Again, this I only do maybe once every 6 months. I don't do this every week and every month, the audience. That's more strategic. I think now I just want to wrap up with the sales and how you add a shop on your Facebook and Instagram. But these are here for you to look at your own pace. And I'm just showing you more things you can do on Insights Overview. You can drill down to results. You can drill down to audience. You can drill down messaging. You can drill down, drill down, drill down. But again, just overview, I think, is going to be enough for you. Again, you can drill down, you can scroll down, see how many visitors you've had on Facebook, how many visitors you've had on your profile. So as you can tell, you can just keep on drilling down and seeing all the aspects on your Facebook page. That's that potential. Here I clicked on current audience, but you can scroll down and look at your potential audience, and then you can filter it. I only want Sarnia. I want age groups. You can say gender, female and male. So it's very, very insightful. It gives you power that small business owners rarely had before, right? So now you're able to see the potential that you have in your local area or where you're selling, where you're selling to. Talking about selling, so there's a tool that you can use that I've given you the link here. So it's something you can look at on your own, but it's a bit beyond Meta Business Suite. But I wanted to make sure you had it because I think it's important for you. So you can sell over Facebook. But what you want to remember is you're not going to just put posts out about buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. You want to put why you. What has motivated you to do what you do? Why are you the best? How is your team the best? Why are your services so exciting? And then click here to buy or click here to sign up. So you want to be inspiring. You want to show them. So it's kind of a sequence that you do, a cadence. And then you've earned the right to ask them to sign up for your product or to sell. Testimonials are a good thing to put out there as a post before you ask for the sale. So this is kind of like who are you? Don't forget about that. People want to know that. Your inspiration, why are you doing what you're doing? Where did you learn your skills? And then a link to buy. So those are what you need to do before you actually link them to your shop. And so, what is a shop on Facebook and Instagram? A shop is your online storefront where people can browse and purchase your product directly. So, you can directly on Facebook create a shop. If you're on Instagram, it'll link to Instagram. And you can, on a shop, as you can imagine, any shop, you have a picture of your product, you have the price, and you have categories. So it's seamless and it's very effective. And I find a lot of people aren't using it as much as they should. So I have a link for you, but drive interest to your shop. So your shop looks like this, and put you decide which is your main pictures so that's what they see first. So you want to have something that is going to get their attention. And then further down, they have smaller photos. So you put related products together. Those are called catalogs. And you want to tag. So when you're doing a post or a photo, you can tag the product, but just don't tag too many things on one photo or video because it covers the photo or video and people can't see it. So you can actually on a photo, like here, for example, here's a video. They're talking about these sunglasses and you can click there to actually view and buy the product. This happens to be a live, which is very cool. So before they started the live, they put a link to one product on it. So that's really neat. So if you have an event coming up and you want them to register and you have I'm not sure if that makes sense, a shopping cart with an event may not make sense. So just some insights when you start having your shops, just like anything else on Facebook, you're able to go to it and see how many views, how many clicks, how many people purchased your product. So here's just, I'm not expecting you to read this right now, but here are the steps to creating your catalog, your commerce manager on Facebook, and how to create a catalog. And then I also have this for you, which is a Facebook shop. Here's the tool up here. Here's the link. It's a Facebook Business Tool Shops catalog data, and it's nice. It's got how you get started with a shop. You need to have your business page first, and then you're able to get started and create your own shop on Facebook. And that's it.